Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the basic of foundry industry. The foundry, which is nothing but the process of creating something in the form of font. So that's why the name it's literally came as foundry. So in foundry industry, through which we can able to develop any bulk product, any mass production can be easily viable, which can able to develop in any process in any sector. Through in order to develop a foundry, we need to know the basics, how the foundry system is working, what are the parameters available, what are the factors to be considered for for developing a foundry products through which we can able to implement directly based upon the application. Then coming to the basics of foundry, while empathy about foundry, we can able to understand that what are the integral role in metal manufacturing, realizing the complex design efficiency. When coming to the foundry process, through which we can able to develop a pattern making, molding, melting, pouring, finishing. So these are the process available for developing a part using a foundry methodology. Then the second will be we are going to discuss about types of foundries, and the third will be equipment used. The fourth one will be the application on the product, and then the last will be challenging and future threats. So for developing a product using the foundry, in the basic flow chart, we can understand that the foundry can be developed by using a mold presentation. Then the mold will be heated or melted. Then it will be poured into the cast through which the shape has to be carried out for developing the product. So this is the four main major process through which the foundry can be easily understandable. So we need to produce a product by using a metal which will be converted in the form of molten stage through which it is in the form of liquid stage. Then the liquid stage will be poured inside the pattern. The pattern is nothing but the structure or a shape through which the final product has to be recovered. This is the process of foundry through which we can able to understand how we would be able to empathize the foundries. Then next will be how the foundries has been working. So the parts are available through which the first in the slide we could understand that first will be rough cast. So in the rough cast structure, the product will be available in any form which needed to be melted in any furnace through which we can able to develop a metal in the form of liquid, so which can be poured in cast or casting. In casting, the outer layer and the outer structure of the product has to be carried out, which is nothing but a covered structure. Inside that covered structure, the exact dimension of the product has been carried out, through which we can able to develop these type of structure. Then after foundry, after the casting process, we can able to go for a sandbox, in which is nothing but if we need to cool, if we need not to disturb any structural change or structural modification within the foundry, we can able to go for a sand cast. So which can able to help to support the exact structure without disturbing the environment. Then third will be the mold. Inside the mold, the metal will be poured through which if the mold gets broken down after the long time, the usually the mold will be developed by using a wooden product. Inside that mold product, we can able to develop the finished product or finished goods through which we can able to develop a required dimensional product. Even though the post processing has to be carried out for even though the post processing has to be carried out in case of foundry, the foundry gives the most viable and high strength products. Then the foundry process can be easily explained in the previous slide, so we can go for the next slide. In foundry, several types, mainly shell molding, investment casting, and die castings are viably used in every sector. In shell molding, we can able to develop a predominant structure, which is an ununiform structure, we can easily develop. And coming to the investment casting, which is most viable for a complex geometry. In this complex geometry, now the investment castings has a very good support by using 3D printing. Then the last will be die casting. If the structure has to be carried out in what way, in that structure we can able to develop a die. This is the easy way of foundry in then, which are the tools available in the foundry? Which is nothing but shovels, riddles, trowel, vent wire, strike bar, blower, and what are the availability of the foundries tools which can able to support to develop a product by using any first. Then, which are the tools available in the foundry? Which is nothing but shovels, riddles, trowel, vent wire, strike bar, blower, and what are the availability of the foundries tools which can able to support to develop a product by using any first. Then, which are the tools available in the foundry? Which is nothing but shovels, riddles, trowel, vent wire, strike bar, blower, and what are the availability of the foundries tools which can able to support to develop a product by using any foundry. Then the main thing is prototyping. If the any methodology, any manufacturing sector, we need to address which need to be developed by using a application through which automotive industry, aerospace sector, electronics, and also iron casting. These are the process through which we can able to develop a development of applying the exact technology, which is nothing but the foundry. So, automotive sector, aerospace sector, electronics, and manufacturing industry, the foundries plays a vital role. Then challenges in the foundry is the most predominant thing. First thing will be environmental concern. The thing what the foundry will be carried out will be a huge heat production area through which it will be directly affect the human, which is nearer to the casting sector. And second will be quality control, which I have explained in previous slide, through which we can able to do a post processing development after the process of any foundry or any casting. The exact dimension cannot be developed by using a foundry. The third will be the technology integration. Foundry is the most vital and old method through which a product has to be carried out. The integration of new technology is somewhat difficult in case of foundry. Then fourth one will be skilled labor shortage. Even though foundry is a traditional method, even though foundry is the huge resource for developing a manufacturing sector, skilled labor is very viably not available in any foundry area. So these are the process through which foundry support the manufacturing industry, production, aerospace industry, automobile industry, in every sector. But also the foundry having a vital drawback. So in order to develop a foundry in the industry 4.0, industry 5.0, we need to integrate the technology developed in the recent trends. So which will be helpful to support the manufacturer for the production development company to develop their own strengthening the product in an easy manner. Thank you.